Shalom, Kol Haloyim, Wahawad, La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honor be unto the head elders who are the apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. And shalom to you, Akim, out there in like mind, uplifting this word and name of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai in all sincerity and truth. Welcome to another Ecclesiastes of the day, where we get wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and prophecy through the words of King Solomon. It's going to be a well-known, popular chapter that we go into. All right, and it's the 7th chapter of Ecclesiastes. There's a lot of, wise gems in this chapter. All right, words of wisdom and understanding. All right, so this is wisdom and folly contrasted. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. Salakia. Oh, man, wow, that came out of nowhere. These bodies. But so, yeah, like the scripture just said, a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. All right. You see, because how you live your life is going to determine how your name is going to end up. All right. If you live a wicked life, you shouldn't expect honor. All right. But at least, for what it's worth, you're done committing wickedness once the Most High takes you out. So that's what the scripture is saying. But it's best that you live with honor so that your name won't be mud in Israel. Verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning, popular verse, than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Yeah, this is where we are at. The Great Millstone, GMS, commonly known, right? Which we got that name through the Spirit, It just stuck. All right. But nonetheless, we're in the house of mourning, man. We're not into partying. We're not into, going to banquets and, living it up, being a part of this world, so to speak. All right. We're in the house of mourning. We're constantly on the watchtower. We're constantly watching for these prophecies. All right. It's better to be there than to be in the house of feasting, where people are making mirth. All right. Anything can happen. Judgment can happen at any time. Catch people off guard. And be in a trap. Verse 3. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. Yeah, bro. All right. Because look at the course of the earth. Look at the course of the world, man. Everything is wicked, man. Everything got wickedness attached to it. All right. What's there to be happy about, so to speak? The only thing to be happy about is this truth. Don't get me wrong, but when you look at this world, you see why King Solomon is saying what he's saying. All right. He's speaking in the spirit of a wicked rulership. All right. Which we are in. It says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. See? Popular verse. But the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. You see? That's the world, man. They're fools. Excuse me. This world is full of fools, man. What are they all about? Partying, having a good time. All right. Sexual sin. You know, all of that madness, man. Those are foolish people. Verse 5, it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. For as the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of the fool. This also is vanity. Yeah. Popular verse. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. That's right, man. We're under oppression under this so-called white man's rulership, man. Under this Edomite right now. All right? The top elite banking families, you know, the Council of 13 and all of these, you know, different groups and conglomerates of so-called white people that have power in this world because the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. It makes those like us mad. We're angry, man. All right? Because we've been given the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. We're angry at how this so-called white man is ruling the world, man. All he's done is rob, rape, and murder, lie, deceive, and do all manner of damn skullduggery, so to speak, man. And the gift destroyeth the heart. Because those that follow after his ways, they take bribes from this devil, man. And they end up destroying themselves by accepting the ways of the so-called white man. Verse 8, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. That's right. It's better, the finishing is better than starting. Patience is better than pride. That's right. All right. We're at the end of this so-called white man's rulership. The water Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. You know? And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Patience is better than pride. We're being patient in waiting on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, like the scriptures command us. Wait, I say, on the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, the Lord said, wait upon me till I rise up into the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations. You know? Verse 9, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. See that? And this is what the NLT says, control your temper, for anger labels you a fool. Yeah. The scriptures say, be ye angry, and sin not. So don't get it twisted. All right? We have to work within the bounds of wisdom. That's how we're able to control our temper and control our spirit, because wisdom has been given from on high through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, that we can deal. All right? Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is a profit to them that see the sun. For wisdom is a defense, popular verse, and money is a defense. But excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. See that? That's what we're talking about here. Wisdom is the principal thing. Like Proverbs 4th chapter say, therefore with all thy getting, get understanding. Verse 13, consider the work of the Most High, for who can make that straight which he may have made crooked? Right. The so-called white man is made to be crooked. All right. He can't be made straight. All right. It's Jacob that was created straight. You know. because he was given the birthright through the prophecy. All right, through the Spirit of the Lord, because the Lord would choose a nation of people to be his people, and he would deal specifically with that people. That has never changed. Malachi 3 and 6, for I am Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. It didn't say Esau, it didn't say Ishmael, it didn't say Ham. All right, all these nations are crooked, man, especially the so-called white man. In the day of prosperity, be joyful, but in the day of adversity, consider. The Most High also has set the one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him. NLT says, enjoy prosperity while you can, but when hard times strike, realize that both come from the Most High. Remember that nothing is certain in this life. Wow. Heavy stuff. Verse 15, all things have I seen in the days of my vanity. There is a just man that perisheth in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man that prolongeth his life in his wickedness. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? Be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? It is good that thou shouldest take hold of this, yea, also from this withdraw not thine hand. For he that feareth the Most High shall come forth of them all. Wisdom strengtheneth the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city. For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not. Also take no heed unto all words that are spoken, lest thou hear thy servant curse thee. NLT says, don't eavesdrop on others. You may hear your servant curse you. Yeah, real shit. Verse 22. For oftentimes also thine own heart knoweth that thou thyself likewise hast cursed others. All this have I proved by wisdom, and I said, I will be wise, but it was far from me. That which is far off and exceeding deep, who can find it out? I applied my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things and to know the wickedness of folly, even of foolishness and madness. So King Solomon is telling you, pretty much he's been on both sides of the spectrum. All right. He determined himself to find out, to prove to himself that wickedness is stupid and that foolishness is madness, like it says right here. And I find more bitter than death the woman, famous verse, whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. So through all that, King Solomon came to the conclusion that he finds more bitter than death the woman. All right? Madness, man. All right, verse 27. Behold, going back to what? To Adam and Eve. All right, the sin of Adam. You see that? Because that's how sin entered into the world, through a woman. Like the scriptures say, Eve was first in the transgression. Verse 27. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. So what? What is this saying? Though I have searched repeatedly, I have not found what I was looking for. Only 1 out of 1,000 men is virtuous, but not one woman. Says a lot. Lo, this also, this only have I found, that the Most High have made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions, man. So I could say a lot, but I'm going to keep it short and to the point. All right. This is the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And we are to consider these scriptures, apply these scriptures to the best of our ability, just like King Solomon did. He applied his heart to know, wisdom, pretty much, to get down to the reasoning of why things are the way they are. So this has been Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, Wisdom and Folly Contrasted. Lord willing, you edified. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Shalom.